How's it going? It's Harry here from ProEquip. So we've got the 2000 litre water truck, and this is just a how-to video on how to use the water system both outside and inside the cab. So first up, we'll start on how to start the machine. So always have it on full revs, and maybe for the first 20 seconds or 15 seconds you'll want to have the choke on. So make sure your choke is back and your fuel is in the on position, which is forward of the motor. You can see the little diagram there, which demonstrates the fuel on, and this lever has to be pushed all the way back. So these controls don't work on the outside, it's only the inside ones work. So just check your e-stops are out, and then come back here. And you've got the controls up here. So again, make sure the e-stop's out. You've got on and start. Now there's two extra buttons here. One is for the activation of the spray, and one is the beacon. So when you're starting it, always make sure the spray option is in the off position, which is when the light is not illuminated, and then we can start it up. Once you've started up, you can just walk out and make sure, or once you've walked out here, the choke will be on for long enough so you can turn your choke off, just like that, and you're good to go. Now, there is manual valves back here for your right and left sprayer. So when they're in the up position, that is on. So it's when they're parallel to the pipe, whatever pipe they're connected to is, when it's parallel, that's on. So that is off there. The other one's on at the moment, and you can leave it like that, or you can switch them around, or you can have them both on, whatever you want to do. So once you've started it, you've come back here, check your valves are in the on position, turn your choke off, you can go back into the cab and just flick on your spray, and away you go. And you can turn that off anytime you want, or press the e-stop, whatever you want to do, and that's that. Now, the other thing is how to fill it up, so I'll show you how to do that. So you can utilise the pipes on this already to actually fill the tank up itself. So the first thing you need to do is make sure that switch is off, the pump's off, and come back here, and the first valve you need to switch off is this one. So switch that to the off position, and then you can pull these tabs out and actually take this off. You'll need to step back for a second while the water drips out. So that'll just release whatever's left in this pump, and then you can undo the pump side as well. So there will be excess water, that's perfectly fine. And then you've got a cap here and a cap here. So what we're going to do is connect these pipes like that. So take these caps off. You can make sure that valve's closed if you need. And then we'll connect this one up. Make sure both locks are in the position, just like that. And now turn this valve back on. So now we want the water to come in here. It's going to go into this pipe work here, come through here and up into the top. Now while we're doing this, we need to make sure the sprayers are off. Sprayer 1, and then sprayer 2, and obviously make sure these two valves are off as well. Then you can get any length of the 3 pipes here and connect them up to the pump. So I'll just get one for demonstrating purposes. Slip it through under here, and we're connecting up to the pump. Just like that. Now you will need the filter, so we'll go to the toolbox. If it's clean water, you don't have to use this, but if you're going to drop it in a dam, you must use the filter. And you can add more hoses, you've got the other 2 there, and then lastly you'll install the filter, pop that in the dam, and that'll filter out all the debris. Now what you need to do is go back into the cab and start the engine again and turn the sprayer system on, and that'll activate the pump again. It's going to draw water up through here. Now, because we lost all that water when we undid the hose there, we'll need to prime the pump. So you need to come up here and turn this on, and this will allow all the air to escape, and the pump should self-prime. It is a self-priming pump. Worst case scenario, you just need to get a jug of water and tip it in the top, and that'll prime it. But it is a self-priming pump, so they're usually pretty good. So that'll just open this slowly, by the way, when you do that, because otherwise it'll shoot out like a rocket. And then that'll come through here, out of the dam, up around into this system. It'll come through here and up into the top. And there is a clear tube on the side with a handy little float, so you can see when it's at the top. So that's how you do that. And then same in reverse when you're undoing it. Always make sure you've switched your valves off. So this line's going to be full of water, so switch that off. Make sure the pump's switched off on the sprayer's on and off system. Make sure that's switched off, and then you can undo your pipe. Most of it will drain back into the dam. Just leave that there for now. This will probably have excess water in here, so when you undo this, you'll stand back and a bunch of water will shoot out. So that's back on there, and then put your caps back on here. Put your hoses back up onto the tray. Turn your valves back on. So left and right, depending on what you're doing. You can leave one of them off. And you're set to go. That's good to go for the next lot of sprinkling. Thank you.